So hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 1855, that is maximum distance between a pair of values. So in this question we are given two non-increasing. Non-increasing means they won't be they should be either decreasing or constant, right? So we are given two non-increasing arrays named as nums1 and nums2 and a pair of indexes which is I comma j, where the ith index is from the array nums1 and the jth index is from the array num2, right? So this pair is valid if I is less than equal to j, and the second condition is nums1 of I is less than equal to nums2 of j, right? If these two conditions satisfied, then this pair I comma j is said to be valid, and the distance of this pair is j minus I, right? So this is the distance of the pair. So what we have to do is we have to return the maximum distance. We have to return the maximum distance of any valid pair, right? So already we know the terms and conditions of the valid pair. So what we have to do, we have to find the maximum distance of any valid pair. And if there are no valid pairs, right, if there are no valid pairs, then we return the distance as 0. And an array is non-increasing. Non-increasing means the previous element is either greater than or equal to the next element. See, either it will be decreasing or constant, right? So let's see some examples to get the question more clearly. So in the first example, we are given two arrays nums1 and nums2, right? So we have to find all the valid pairs I comma j such that I is less than equal to j, and nums1 of I nums1 of I is less than equal to nums2 of j, right? This should be the condition. So in this example we are given with the valid pairs. So 0 comma 0 is a valid pair. See, 55 is less than or equal to 100, yes, true. Then 2 comma 2, 5 is less than or equal to 10, true. So these are the all the valid pairs. Now if you find the distance of all the valid pairs, the distance is 0 minus 0, 2 minus 2 is again 0, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 2 is 2, 0, 4 minus 3 is 1, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So which one is having the maximum distance? This pair is having the maximum distance, so the answer is 2. So in the next example, we are given the nums1 array is 2 to 2 and the nums2 array is 10 10 and 1. So if we see the valid pairs, so 0 comma 0 is a valid pair, so 2 is less than 10, yes. Then 0 comma 1, again 2 is less than this 10, so 0 comma 1. Then 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1, yes, 2 is less than 10, so 1 comma 1. So these are the three valid pairs. So if you see, this will give us a distance of 0, this will give distance of 1, and this is giving us a distance of 0. So the maximum one is the distance with 1. Then in the example number 3, we are given these two arrays, right? So the valid pairs are 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 3 3, 3 4, right? So these are the valid pairs. So the distance is 0, 1, 2, 0 and 1, right? So here the distance is 2, so 2 is the answer. So let's move to the constraints. So the constraints of the equation is the array's length. The number of elements in the both arrays can be up to 10 ki power 5. That means either we have to solve the equation in big of n or big of n log n, and each element of the array can also be up to 10 ki power 5. And the third thing is that both the arrays are non-increasing. Non-increasing means either they will be decreasing or constant, right? That means the previous element is greater than or equal to next element in the array. So let's see the approach. So if we start with the brute force approach, so in brute force what we can do is we'll try out all the possible pairs I comma j. Then from all the possible pairs we find the valid pairs, right? Valid pairs means I is less than equal to j. This is one condition. The other condition is nums1 of I is less than equal to nums2 of j. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then that pair is a valid pair. So if we find a valid pair, then we get the distance, which is j minus I, right? So once we get the distance, then we update our answer, right? But the thing is that in this approach we have to find all the possible pairs I comma j. So finding all possible pairs will take big of n square, and already we know n is equal to 10 ki power 5. So big of n square will be 10 ki power 10. So that will give us time limit exceed, right? So this brute force approach is not feasible. So we have to optimize this approach. So as we already know, our arrays is non-increasing, right? So this thing will help us in shifting the pointers, right? See, like, let's see how. So as we know, what can be the different cases. So if nums1 of I, so suppose we are at index I and j. So if the condition nums1 of I is less than equal to nums2 of j, right, and I is less than equal to j, that means the pair I comma j is valid because both the conditions are satisfied, right? So if the pair is valid, right, then what we try to maximize the distance, right? We try to maximize the distance, and nums1 of I is lesser than or equal to nums2 of j. So we try to increase j, right, to maximize our distance, right? So suppose if it increase j and still the condition satisfied, then our distance will be increased by 1. So we increase j until this this condition satisfied. What can be the other case? Other case is like nums1 of I is greater than nums2 of j. That means the second case of the valid pair is not satisfied. So in this thing, the particular index I can never work, right? Because because even if we shift j, that means we get a smaller element. If we shift j, then we get a smaller element than nums2 of j, right? Because the array is either decreasing or constant, right? So if we increase j, then we get a smaller element than nums2 of j. So even if nums2 of j is smaller than nums1 of I, then the other element that we get after nums2 of j, they will also be smaller than this, right? So there is no point of increasing j. Then what we can do? Then what we do, we try to find a number which is smaller than nums2 of j. We try to find a number which is smaller than nums2 of j in nums1 of I. So as you know, if increase I, then we get elements smaller than nums1 of I because the array is non-increasing, right? So what we do in this second case, we increase the I, right? So basically we will follow a two pointer approach, right? So we take two pointers. One is at I is equal to 0, that is in the nums1 array, and j is equal to 0, that is in nums2 array, right? Then the case one, valid pair. So if we get a valid pair, then what we do is, then we increase j plus plus, then we increase j, right? So that we can maximize our distance of the valid pair, right? Sorry. And if the pair is valid, then we find our answer, and then we find our distance and compare with the answer. Then the case 2 is invalid pair. So if the pair is invalid, so if we increase j, then we get elements smaller than this, right? So suppose we get x, so x will be smaller than this element, so there is no point of increasing j. So what we can do, we can increase I. So if we increase I, suppose we get y, so y will be surely smaller than this element, right? Y will be surely smaller than this element. We don't know about whether it will be smaller than this element or not, but it will be smaller than this. So we increase I, and we keep increasing I until we do not get a valid case, right? And the other thing is that we also want j is greater than or equal to I. So if at any point I is greater than j, if at any point becomes greater than j, then we make j is equal to I, right? So let's see let's try to understand this with the help of an example. So we have taken two arrays nums1 and nums2, right? Initially our I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, means one pointer is here and other pointer is here. So if we see, 55 is less than or equal to 100, means it is a valid case. So in valid case, what will you do? We'll increase j and we update answer. So our answer will be both are at 0. So j minus I is 0. So answer is 0. And now we have shifted j to next position. Now again we compare. Is 55 less than equal to 20? No, 55 is not less than 20. So if we increase j, we'll see the nums2 of j will be smaller than the current element, right? They will be even smaller. So instead of increasing j, what we'll do? We try to minimize this. We want a smaller number from 55. So that will be that we will get in nums1, and nums1 index is denoted by I. So we increase I. So we increase I. So I will become I is equal to 1 and j is also equal to 1. So again we check, is 30 less than or equal to 20? No, 30 is not less than 20. Then we again increase I. So now our I will become 2. I will become 2. But still, if you see, I is equal to 2, but our j is equal to 1. But the other condition is I should be lesser than j. So we make j is equal to I also. So now we have shifted j also. So now j has become 2, right? So now our I is equal to 2, j is equal to 2. Now we see 5 is less than 10. True. 5 is lesser than 10. Then we shift j. Now j has become 3. J has become 3. Again 5 is less than 10. True. So j has become 4. J has become 4, right? 5 is less than equal to 5. True. Now j has become 5. So if we see, j has gone out of the array. So if we see, what is the maximum answer that we have get? We get j is equal to 4 and I is equal to 2. So the distance, that is 4 minus 2 is 2. So 2 is our answer. So I hope you get the this example, right? So let's see the code part. So in the code part, we have taken two pointers I and j, and initially we have taken answer is equal to 0. Then we have used a while loop which will work until our both indexes I and j is present inside their respective arrays or inside their respective boundaries. Then the first thing, that is valid case. So valid case means nums1 of I is less than or equal to nums2 of j. Then what we do is, then we find the distance and update our answer and increase our j, right? Else the other case is invalid case. In the case of invalid, we increase our I and then we check if I is greater than 0, then we make j is equal to I, because the condition is I should be lesser than j, lesser than or equal to j, right? So that's why we are making j equal to I. And after finding all the valid pairs and updating the distances, in the end we return our answer. So I hope I am able to explain you the solution properly. So if you like the solution, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.